Right behind me, I've got the all-new 2026 Honda CR-V TrailSport Hybrid. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Jason and I do reviews on vehicles here in Canada, so reviews just like this. If you love car reviews, be sure to like this video and also subscribe to the channel. And also thank you to OpenRoad Honda here in Brampton for allowing me to review this all new TrailSport Hybrid. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over the different models that you can get with the Honda CR-Vs, the safety features that you do get with the new TrailSport Hybrid model, the exterior, the interior, the infotainment system, and of course the pricing. So let's start off with the different trims that you can get with the Honda CR-Vs. So there's quite a few that you can actually pick from, and this will include the LX, which is a two-wheel drive, or you can get the LX all-wheel drive. There's also the Sport Hybrid, this one right here, which is the all-new TrailSport Hybrid. There's also the EXL Hybrid, and of course the top-of-the-line Touring Hybrid. Now in terms of the safety features, you do get quite a few things with this. Now this does have the Honda sensing tech, which includes a bunch of things like your lane keeping assist with traffic jam assist, collision mitigation braking and forward collision warning, blind spot system, road departure mitigation and lane departure warning, traffic sign recognition, adaptive cruise control with low speed follow, cross traffic monitor, and the driver attention monitor. Now when it comes to what powers the hybrid model here, you do get a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, which also has 2 electric motors, and you're gonna get a combined 204 horsepower and 247 pound-foot of torque. Fuel economy wise, you're looking at about 6.3 liters per 100 kilometers in the city and about 7.2 liters per 100 kilometers on the highway. If you're wondering about towing, well, you can tow about 1,000 pounds when you are spec'd properly. All right, well, let's start off in the front of this new model here. And of course, it looks like any other CR-V model. Now, it does have some distinctive differences. All right, now let's start off in the front of the new model here and let's take a look at what you get in the front. So let's start off on the bumper area. You'll notice this little piece here, you have like this silver trimming, and this does have like a texture to it. It's not smooth trimming, so it does stand out. And also you'll notice like this lower grille area with the honeycomb openings. There's also these little corner inserts, and these are actually functional. If you see here, you can actually see right through it. I'm not sure if the camera is picking it up, but these are functional vents. And then you've even got the corner pockets here, which are also functional right here. And then you have like the designing here as well. And then you just move into your grille area, and up here you have a ton of gloss black. I really like what they've done to the grille. This definitely stands out a lot. In the center, you've got the Honda badging. And then over here, you've got the black and orange TrailSport badging. And even something as small as like the trim up here, right above the grille, I really like how it extends into the headlights and kind of like splits them up. So you have the LED light up top and then your typical lights right below it. So this definitely adds a nice aggressive look on the CR-Vs. All right, now coming to the side of the CR-V, you've got the distinctive CR-V styling, of course. And then if you take a look up top here, you do have a power sunroof right there. And you also get these sleek looking gloss black roof rails. Even around the windows, it's all gloss black trimming. So even like up here and down here, the only part it's not gloss is the middle pillar right there, but I do like how they added gloss black trimming down here rather than the typical plastic or rubber look. You get the body color door handles, and then on the side mirrors here, you do have them body color and then the plastic trimming underneath. Of course, you've also got your built-in turn signals. And also you'll notice around the wheels here and along the bottoms of the vehicle, there is more of the black plastic trimming. Now with this being in black, you can't really tell, or it doesn't really stand out as much. If you were to get, let's say, this in white, this will definitely stand out. I do prefer having gloss black on like the sides here and whatnot, but hey, it's not all that bad. And then even up here, you've got your reflector right in there. And then you get these very nice, very unique looking gray aluminum alloy wheels. I really love the designing and like the color and how it like looks on a certain angle. And these are your 18-inch wheels. Like if I show you a close up here, you can kind of see like from far away, this looks like black chrome, but not really. And if I do take a step back, you can see it fits the vehicle very well. All right, now coming around to the new CR-V here, the nice looks definitely continue. And let's start off at the bottom. So the bumper area, It's a little bit different than the front. You get more of the silver trimming back here and the black plastic trimming all around. So your bumper is technically black plastic and the silver trimming. There's no like body color or anything. And then in the center, you do kind of have like this unique looking diffuser, and you do have 2 exhaust outlets. However, one of them is fake, which is this one, but that one is functional. And I really like how even around this, you have like the touch of chrome, so it definitely pops out. And if you look closely inside the trimming here, you have like these little shapes and everything. So that, again, rather than it being just plain, I do like small details like that. There's also the reflectors back here. And then you move into your tailgate area. So on here, you're gonna find the blacked out CR-V badge and the black and blue hybrid badge. There's also, of course, the Honda badge, the all-wheel drive decal, and then another black and orange TrailSport badge. And right below your Honda badge is the rear camera. And then you move into these very cool, very unique looking rear lights. I really like the designing of this and how it kind of like extends upwards. And yeah, I mean, the designing on this, on the lights especially, very unique. And you also notice up top here, you kind of have like this built-in spoiler with the black trimming there, and then you also have your brake light. All right, let's go ahead and open up the tailgate here. This is power opening, of course, and back here you actually get a good amount of room. You can already see a pair of mats here. They're pretty large, and all that space you have, I think it's perfect for your family road trips or just in general, just stacking things back here. Very, very good. And I also like how you have these little corner pockets on both the sides, so it kind of gives you that extra bit of storage space. And other things back here that you'll find is a 12-volt socket, your interior lights as well. All right, let's head inside and take a look at what we have going on with this hybrid model. Now, you do get an all black interior, but there are some bits and pieces that do stand out. So down here, you have some space. You can use it for obviously your water bottles and whatnot. You've got a speaker right here. You've got the CR-V badging here as well. And then this trimming here. Could have been just plain like this, but adding this I think adds a little bit more niceness, if that's the way to say something. But it definitely does add to it. And then up here, you do have the soft touch material with the matching orange stitching. And moving further up, you have this very unique looking trimming, and you will notice this all throughout the interior, and another speaker. All right, let's check out the seats in this. Now, you do have cloth seating, of course, but I'm not hating on it at all, because if you see here, you got like the nice designing in the middle. On the back here, more orange contrast stitching all around the seats. And if you can't tell, the seats are a little bit reclined, and yes, you can recline them a little bit. So that is some added comfort for the people back here. Now, dropping down the middle section here, you will find your rear cup holders. And I am gonna jump back here and kind of show you the legroom and the headroom. All right, so coming back here, legroom wise, there are no problems. Even this seat can be reclined back, moved up, even moved back a little bit, but still I have a good amount of legroom. Now, in terms of the headroom, I have a ton of space, even though I'm wearing a hat. And just for reference, I am 5'11", so look at all of this space that I have. I can be super, super comfortable on long family road trips. Now, behind the driver's seat, you do have more of the fabric trimming, but there is no storage area here. However, you do get that on the passenger side. Now, over on the rear console area, you've just got the venting and 2 USB ports. All right, let's head to the front and see if anything else is different compared to the rear. The only thing that I can really notice up here is a little bit of a bigger area. And this trimming down here does extend more towards like the outside. So a longer piece is what I'm trying to say. And everything else is identical to the rear, other than of course your window controls and your side mirror controls. As for the front seats, now these are a little bit different than the rear. And I think up here, they're actually a little bit better. Not only do you have the same trimming here, or like the designing that you saw on the back and the bottom, but as you see here, this is totally different. I think this looks way, way better. You've got like these tiny circles that go all around. You got the lines and everything, and obviously the orange contrast stitching, but these seats up here look way better. I do wish that they just did the same thing for the rear seats. Also up on the front seats, in the headrest, you do have the TrailSport stitched in there. So that's a nice little touch, and of course a nice pop of orange. So yeah, that's what the seats look like up here, and the front seats do come heated. And then as for your power adjustments, you will find them on the side here, and underneath just your foot pedals. And over on the corner here is where your hood latch release is. And moving further up here, you got your tailgate release and then your defroster. And if you look at the venting, I really like what Honda does with their venting. You've got the honeycomb designing here, nice thin venting. It stretches all the way across, so it gives it a very, very sleek look. And your steering wheel is manual adjustable. Also, when you get inside and you start up the vehicle, I really like all of the animations and everything, even on here. Very, very nice. All right, entering inside, your whole dashboard is in like this hard, soft material. You got the speakers there in the pillars on both of the sides. And then you just move into this almost fully digital cluster area. Now I say almost because the corner here and then over here, it's not within the screen. It's not like one massive piece. It's sectioned off. But the center here is a 10.2-inch cluster area. And I really like the designing on this and all of like the small little details that they've added to it. And you can control each of the sections individually, so you can view all sorts of different information, which I'm a huge fan of. And to control the right side here, it's all done through here. So if I just scroll down, as you can see, I can go through just a bunch of different information, and you can really just view whatever you want up here. And if I go into gauge display setting, now if I just go to gauge design, I can choose from different designs. So I can either see it how it is right now. If I go, actually let me go back to gauge design. And then if I go to round, this is what it looks like, obviously what I just showed you. If I go to bar, this is what it's gonna switch out to. And then round minimal, that's what it shows. And then I have the bar minimal. So I've got that as well. I think my favorite one is just your typical round look on this. Very, very nice. And to see the other side, you have a scroll wheel over here. So again, I can just go through all sorts of different things. I really like how Honda does this, that each of these things you do have something to display. Now, as for the steering wheel, you've got the soft touch material, more of the orange contrast stitching. The steering wheel does come heated, which is a bonus. You've got the Honda badge right there in the center, and then down here you have more of the aluminum trimming, and then here is the heated steering wheel control. Over on the left side of the steering wheel, you have all your seat controls, volume controls, Bluetooth, and then your scroll wheel for the left cluster. The other side, you have all of your cruise control settings, follow distance, lane keep, and then the other control for the cluster area. Also behind the steering wheel, you will notice paddle shifters on both of the sides. And behind, you have all of your lighting controls, indicators, and high beams. And then the other side is your front and rear wiper controls. Now over on the center armrest area, you've got the soft material here with more of the orange contrast stitching. Opening this up, you actually get a decent amount of space in this, which I really like. And if you look in front of all of this, you have some space to put some small little things, and then your front cup holders. If you look inside there and on this one here, you kind of have like triangle designing going on, which I'm all for. Definitely stands out. And then you get into your main center console area here. So you've got the handy dandy shifter with the soft touch material, orange contrast stitching. You've got the different drive modes here: hill descent control, electronic parking brake, and the brake hold. As for the different drive modes, if I just flick through, I've got here sport, I got normal, I got eco, and then here is snow. So you do have 4 to choose from, and it's all done through right here. And then you have this section here. Now you can use this for storage, but also you have a wireless charging area for your phone, more USB ports, and another 12-volt socket. And then you move into all of this, which is your heating and cooling temperature controls. You've got the heated seat buttons right here, and over here for the passenger side, you've got the nice red on-off button. And then again, here is another look at the very sleek looking venting and more of that beautiful trimming that you saw on the doors. And then in the center here, you just have your hazards. And then you just get into your 9-inch touchscreen here. And one thing that I like about Hondas and even Toyotas is their system is very, very easy to use, because everything is just laid out perfectly. There's no like menus within menus within menus. It's just simple and straightforward. So on the homepage here, you've got all of your audio controls. So your audio sections here, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, settings, and then your phone once you do have it paired. And that's pretty much it. And if I go to the general settings here, you've got all of these that you can kind of go through and kind of customize to your liking, like the brightness, time, and all of that good stuff, the sound. So all of that is done through here. And really, that's all there is to it. How simple is that to use? And here's what the backup camera looks like. So all you got to do is just put this bad boy into reverse, and then you get the nice backup view here. Now you do have like these 3 different styles that you can look at. So first one is like this. It kind of gives you like a fishbowl lens type of a thing. You've also got it like this, so it's a little bit more cleaner in my opinion. And then you have this, so you kind of get the top down view if you are going to be using this for towing, or especially just parking in close, tight spots. Up top here, you just got the rear view mirror. And then if you go further up here, opening this, you have your sunglasses area, and then you have your interior lights over here. You've also got the SOS and then your sunroof controls. And here's what the key fob looks like for the CR-V, just your typical Honda key. And here's a look at the power sunroof that you do get with this, so it is right there. All right, now coming around to the passenger side. Now the only thing on this side is how I mentioned the driver seat is power adjustable. Over here, it is manual adjustable. And here's another look at the very sleek venting, more of that beautiful trimming. And then you just got your glove compartment space. Now, I couldn't get a clear photo of the window sticker on this, but for the TrailSport Hybrid, the new model, these do start from about $50,400 Canadian, and this may be minus any discounts if available. Well, that does it for the review on this all new 2026 Honda CR-V TrailSport Hybrid. Let me know in the comments down below, do you think it's worth buying now?